People that need to be put in a boxing ring with both Floyd Mayweather and Anthony Joshua include BADA, Tobi, Diana. Hey y'all, and welcome to my channel. It is your girl, Ibiron Cat. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing fine. Oh my gosh, this episode of MTV Shuga this week. But before we begin, remember to please subscribe. Just hit that bright red button so that you can see more of my videos. Not only MTV Shuga reviews, but the other things that I do produce for you. Okay, so according to Tolu on Twitter, after I called Diana, Tobi, and Bada unfortunate people, she suggested that we put them in a boxing ring with Floyd Mayweather. So I was like, hey, why don't we add Anthony Joshua, join it, so they can just finish their lives? Because all three of them are terrible human beings. I don't understand how there are actually so many people like them in the real world. It actually blows my mind because Diana doesn't know anything. Tobi is just so centered, and Bada is absolute trash, all wrapped in one. Before I rip these three to shreds, I first want to give the MVP of the episode award to Khalil. Because if not for Khalil, I don't know how Fa would have made it to the hospital that night. She would have been too weak. She would have been too confused. But thankfully, Khalil walked in right after the act. It was unfortunate that, he didn't make it there before. But he helped our girl out. So MVP goes to him. MVP also goes to him because he didn't force Fa to go to the police station. He suggested it to her, and that is important because once you've been raped, once you've been assaulted, you've lost your agency. At least you feel that way. So making decisions and taking steps after that is where your power lies, because at this point you still get to say what happens to you. So I appreciate Khalil for not forcing her and letting her go in her own time. I do also appreciate that he took her to the hospital that night so that she was able to get those samples done. Yes, it was very dehumanizing. Watching it, I felt so bad as the nurse was taking pictures of her for evidence, but at least they have that. So now that when she goes to the police station, she has concrete evidence. Honorable mention for MVP goes to Corporate Yasmin, as usual. She went to the hospital with Frances. She spoke to her. She did not coerce her or make her do anything that she didn't want to do. She gave her suggestions and she let Frances decide on her own. She even went so far as to agree to get Frances's results for her. Any other adult I know would have been like, okay, yeah, sure, I'll do it. Like typical Naija adult. But yeah, I'll do it. And take them results and be like, yo, this is what your daughter was doing. This is what happened to your daughter, blah, 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 blah. So I'm grateful that Corporate Yasmin did that for Frances, that her group is flourishing, which actually reminds me that Cynthia actually was a bully for a hot 2 minutes in MTV Shuga this season. Remember the girl that was crying that her mom scolded her for giving the wrong change the day that she and Chinedu broke up? It was Cynthia that actually pushed that girl. Do y'all remember? But it's okay though, because that spirit of small bullying helped her to stand up to Diana this week. Oh my gosh, our girl Cynthia is getting ballsy. She snatched her arm away from Diana. She didn't answer Diana's question. She gave her that nasty look. Go ahead, girl. Don't let Diana scare you, because all Diana could do for you and to you is put you in trouble, as she already has. Which reminds me of Layla. Layla, get sense. Like Layla, are you daft? The same girl that took you to a party where you were nearly assaulted, where you had to go and call your useless boyfriend Tobi to come pick you up from, is the same girl that you're going to get pills for abortion. Are you crazy? Are you mad? Layla, I promise you, after Layla takes those 10 pills, she's going to die. Because the drug doesn't have any name on it. The drug doesn't have any directions. Yet Layla is so confident that this younger girl, or actually she's older because she was held back 3 times, that this girl is going to help her situation. Layla, I pray that you summon the courage to go and speak to Auntie Uju before your life is over. I actually even prayed that Uncle Cyril snoops through your stuff and finds these no-name pills so that you will not take them, because I actually don't want you to die. Okay, so we've all known that Tobi has been trashed from the get. And I already reminded you that season 4, Tobi was showing traces and bits of how he could be trash. But here he exhibits it full on. You see Fa in pain. Forget the fact that you might have even been friends at one point. For this, you're a human being. Why didn't you pick her up and help her? You looked at her and you left. You then had the effrontery to text her. After that, wow, Tobi, wow. And then you even know, as Layla said, you even know the going price for abortions. You didn't try to help the girl. You just said, oh, I'll send you money. Take care of it. Wow, Tobi. Wow, Tobi. Oh, dear, kato. I don't know how you say that in English, but be careful. I'm even glad the way that Fa ripped up that contract, because BADA has no respect. He even threw the money at her, saying, oh yeah, that was a great performance. Wow, BADA, when I told you that every bad thing coming your way, you deserve it. Oh my goodness, I can't wait for you to get arrested. I cannot wait for you to get arrested. And I cannot wait for Fa to still be signed onto Aiken's label, because he's going to have a new manager and you're going to be out of the picture. Wow, I'm getting a little passionate about this, huh? Y'all, our girl Hadiza stood up to her father. When she said, no, Baba, I said, hey, Hadiza, I will slap you. But, you know, Hadiza's very determined. And if I were Hadiza, which I am not, but I think we are the same person, I'm running away again. No, I'm not running away again. But like she said to her husband, there is a solution to the problem. Look, buddy, I just won a scholarship to school. I'm not going back to being a housewife. That's a hold up. What's gonna happen is I can get me this education and be your wife at the same time. But if you're not down to roll with how I want to do it, then you know what? Divorce me. Put me to shame. Put my family to shame. Hopefully you don't kill me. But I'm sorry. I'm not giving it up. This is what I want more than anything. And when Hadiza's father said, of what use is it for a woman to get education besides being a better prospect for a wife or something along those lines, I was like, wow, it's unfortunate that this is so many people's truth. Not just in Nigeria, but like around the world. Like that is wild. I am blessed. So many people are blessed to not be subjected to such thinking, but it's unfortunate that it actually does exist. Hadiza, run away again, please. And then on the flip side, we have Frances afraid to speak to her parents. And it's just like, man, if there was a better parent-child relationship in Nigeria, in cultures like those in Nigeria, then Frances probably would have gotten that test done the night of, the day after. She would have probably gotten the pill afterwards, and she would have probably been okay. All of this is probably because, you know, not everything is 100%, but it's just like she was so scared that she has to go with her classmate and a corporal. Wow. I just pray that I'm never in such a situation with my parents, or my child is never in such a situation with me. We should all be able to speak to our parents, and I think that is what MTV Shuga is trying to push forward. It's very important. Communication is key. This is not some type of dictatorship. And yes, I know it's not also a democracy, but can we at least make it a republic where I vote, and maybe the electoral college. So, okay, I'm chatting rubbish, but you understand my point. Side note, was the nurse not talking to Corporal Yasmin in the waiting room of the hospital a violation of HIPAA? Or am I crazy? I'm like, y'all really talking about this girl's situation in front of everybody? But that's a side note. I literally was like, HIPAA. I mean, granted, they didn't say any protected health information, but I was just like, HIPAA. Okay. And actually, speaking of HIPAA, the person that went and reported Fatima to her husband, is that allowed? Like, is that allowed? Now, poor Fatima's in trouble. She ain't picking up Yasmin's calls. I don't know if her husband took her phone away from her, if he beat her, because, hey, these are things that could possibly happen. Just, Nigerians, start to mind your business. Help me. Just drink more water, because, you know, the sun in Nigeria is very strong. Drink more water. Allow your skin to flourish. Mind your business. And had that nurse at the hospital that Layla first went to minded her business, Layla would not be taking street drugs with potash and alligator pepper. You know, I really do wish that the nurse that saw Layla run out had stopped her, because maybe we could have avoided some of whatever Layla's going to experience. And she's actually the same nurse that Auntie Uju brought Layla to. So it would have been better, you know, had she stopped Layla on her way out rather than reprimanding the nurse at that moment. But that's all that I have to say for this week's episode of MTV Shuga. They are doing an excellent job of packing in so much drama back to back to back in less than 22 minutes. So let us continue the conversation down below. Do you agree that BADA, Diana, and Tobi really need to be excommunicated? How do you feel about Fa going to the police station to report BADA? Hopefully she reports Tobi too, because he needs to go in as an accomplice or something for not helping her. But anyway, I remain your girl, Be Your Own Cat, and I will see you in my next video. Until next time, loves, bye!